From Evanston Township High School in Evanston, Illinois, Sports Channel presents the Illinois High School Association Girls State Swimming Championships. And welcome to the pool here in Evanston High School. I'm Mike Lederman, joined by Bruce Woodbury. Bruce, when you coached New Trier, you led them to 7 straight titles. That was in the 80s. Carol Bobo, who coaches Hinsdale Central, has 4 straight titles coming into today, but that streak is going to end too, apparently.
It looks that way. Rosary qualified a medley relay and set a state record, and they look like they have a real good shot at it. Naperville Central has the most individuals at this meet with 19, but St. Charles, they qualified a relay in the top 6 in all 3 of the relay events.
Well, let's take a look at the standings after the preliminary competition, and it shows you that St. Charles is in front, but what does that really mean, Bruce?
That doesn't mean too much, Mike. It tells us how many qualifiers each team has and where their places are, but the real scoring starts today.
All the points start from 0 today. The advantage, obviously, to a team ahead in the preliminaries is that they've done better in the prelim heats. They also may have more competitors in the competition itself. Let's go back a year to this event in 1993. Lindsay Farella, a freshman from Elk Grove Village, she shocked this place. She won the 50 and 100-yard races. Now Lindsay has just swam off. She's on the U.S. national team, doing quite well, thank you. She's got her eye on the 1996 Olympics. But Lindsay's an example of the type of talent you find in this meet. And there are plenty of swimmers here to take Lindsay's place. Lauren Silva of Rosary, a defending state champion and part of that outstanding freshman class. She's a sophomore now.
Lauren is a sophomore and seems to be on a personal mission this year. She set a state record last night in the individual medley. She's is the league qualifier in the 500 freestyle, where she's the defending champion.
Another competitor who is a defending state champion, Ellen Stonebreaker of Naperville Central, and she's something to watch as well.
Ellen, she's the favorite to repeat in the 200 freestyle and one of the qualifiers in the 100-yard freestyle. But she's joined by another talented sophomore, Allison Weimer of Palatine, the lead qualifier in the 50 and the 100.
So we've got several defending state champions, some talented freshmen coming up, experienced seniors. We've got it all. 12 events for you, swimming and diving, everybody into the pool, and we'll rejoin you right after this. Well, it's a typical scene here in Evanston. The place is packed to the rafters. The noise just a little bit louder than a jet engine, and we all are getting set for the first event, the 200-yard medley relay. And we will have the preliminary heat first, the consolation heat, meaning the 6th, the 7th through 12th place finishers. And then we will have the finals. So let's go right now to lane 1 for the consolation heat of the 200-yard medley relay. Lane 1 is Wabansie Valley. Lane 2, Oak Park River Forest High School. Bloomington in lane 3. Stagg High School of Palos Hills, lane 4. New Trier, Winnetka, lane 5. And Fenwick of Oak Park in lane 6. That'll be at the bottom of your picture. The fastest qualifier again in the consolations or in any of the meets is in meet matches is in lane 3. Backstroke, breaststroke, butterfly, freestyle in the 25-yard pool, up and down twice for each stroke.
Take your mark. Good start. Lane 5.
Very quickly in lane 5, Becky Beeman of New Trier touches first.
Wabansie Valley not far behind.
Wabansie Valley at the top of your picture in lane 1. There is Wabansie Valley, you're looking there. As we come to the end of the first 50 yards, the end of the first stroke, the backstroke. Breaststroke is next. And coming in first, lane 2, Oak Park. Now it looks like, again, lane 5, New Trier out ahead in the breaststroke. And lane 4 touches first, Stagg High School. 200-yard medley relay coming up here to the butterfly. And as they complete half the race, It's close. Lane 6 and lane 1. Lane 6 touches first. That's Oak Park Fenwick. Now into the butterfly.
Not much separates these girls here.
Again, this is the consolation heat, the championship heat to follow. But these places are very important for team standings because lots of points are awarded for relays. Coming up top of your picture, lane 1, Waubonsee Valley Aurora, as we go to the final 50 yards. Touching at the bottom, lane 6, Fenwick.
Lane 4, Stagg. Regina Hayward.
Up and back now. It looks like lane 3, Bloomington High School. And we come to the final 25 yards. It's lane 3, Bloomington, and lane 4, Stagg. Full touch first. Bloomington looks like it's got it. Bloomington on the anchor leg, Jenny Priester.
Jenny had a fantastic finish.
Comes from behind to take what amounts to really 7th place, but first place in the consolation.
Time's a little bit slower than last night, but it's the points they're scored today.
Take a look at the final 25 yards of this, Bruce.
Nice turn here is a real key, and watch as they finish here, that their heads are down, they're really kicking hard. These sprinters have fabulous leg kicks, and it really shows up at the end of the race here. Hard kicking, and look at the arm stretch right at the end. Good finish, beautiful shot, and there, nice finish.
So Priester of Bloomington holds the anchor leg. Bloomington finishes first, Palos Hill second, and New Trier is third. Let's take a look at the championship heat now. Lane 1, top of your picture, will be Naperville North. Hinsdale Central, lane 2, Rosary Aurora, they set a new state record. Lane 3, St. Charles, lane 4, Naperville Central, lane 5, and Glenbrook North, lane 6.
Take your mark.
Again, the team to watch here is the fastest qualifier, a new state record holder, Aurora Rosary. They start out on the backstroke with Betsy Nagel. And this is the same group that competed last year and finished second. Betsy Nagel of Aurora Rosary. Tight with Hinsdale Central, Kim Wizawati as they touch. Now the breaststrokers, and a good start in there for Misty Lorick of Rosary. Again, the odds-on favorites here. Lorick with a good lead, Bruce.
Yes, she sure does. What happens here is the butterfly will separate the two. Lauren Silva will swim the butterfly leg, and you can see they're starting to separate a little bit now.
Now Lauren Silva will get the touch right here, and there she goes into the pool in lane 3. Lauren Silva again, we're going to see lots of her today. She's on the butterfly now.
Actually, they're a little bit faster than last night. We could see another state record today.
The state record was broken by about 0.2 of a second yesterday, 1:47.90. And here comes Lauren Silva, putting some distance between her and the rest of the field, as she will touch off to Amber Orrit.
Ooh, very close start.
Orrit with a commanding lead to the final 25 yards.
It's a race between St. Charles and Hinsdale for second place right now, and to see if there's going to be a new state record.
Rosary going to win it going away. The race looks like for second it's going to be St. Charles. Rosary touches 1:48.20, just off the record for yesterday. But Rosary comes up again a winner with St. Charles second. And coming up for third, Naperville Central. Talk about a swim away, this is it.
Yeah, nobody else is in the picture, just barely, but they're almost a new state record. They set it last night, and it's rare. That's when you see most of the records set are in the preliminaries.
Well, once again, Aurora Rosary with a veteran team wins the first medals here at the state championship. Back in a minute. Well, your first champions in the 20th Annual Girls State Swim Championships, the Rosary Beads. That's their nickname. You can see it right there. From Aurora, Rosary, and that is Carol Bobo, who was the Hinsdale Central Coach of Champions, awarding the medals to the winning 200-yard medley relay team, Betsy Nagel, Misty Lorick, Lauren Silva, and Amber Orrit. They've done this before. They repeated from last year, but this year in the prelim, they set a new state record. Let's take a look at the final places. Rosary first. You can see St. Charles. Good points for the team championship for St. Charles. Naperville Central in third. Hinsdale Central in fourth. Glenbrook North of Northbrook finishing fifth. Naperville North sixth. The winning time 1:48.20. So if Rosary's going to have any chance for the team championships, they had to do what they did, and that is finish first in their strongest relay. Next event, we go right to the 200-yard freestyle event. The state record, you can see there, 1:49.67, and that has been standing for 11 years. And we'll run down the consolation heat for you, because this is an event where a defending state champion will try to hold on to the title. Sandy Sample from Lyons LaGrange, lane 1, top of your picture. Kristen Hoover from St. Charles, lane 2. Megan Flynn from U-High in Urbana University High School. In lane 3, the fastest qualifiers of the consolation. Maureen Zweda, a freshman from Glenbard East, lane 4. Sarah Mutz, a sophomore from Barrington. Lane 5, lane 6, Laura Southwick from New Trier. 8 laps in the 25-yard pool.
Take your mark.
Quickly out in lane 5, Sarah Mutz, the sophomore, toward the bottom of your picture. Touching first at 25 yards up lane 2, Kristen Hoover of St. Charles. Coming up to 50 yards, looks like Maureen Zweda, the freshman from Glenbard East, touches first.
It's an all-out sprint for 8 laps of the pool.
You can see Zweda holding on to half a body length lead as she makes the turn at 75 yards.
At the top of the screen, though, Sandy Sample from Lyons is coming on strong.
You're looking there at the 3 and 4 swimmers. There's Zweda at the bottom in the white cap, and she is holding off Sample in lane 1 and Flynn in lane 3.
Flynn's a senior.
Megan Flynn now being challenged with Zweda. So it'll be Flynn and Zweda, and in lane 1, Sandy Sample.
And Megan Flynn is coming on really strong now.
Flynn in the dark cap has got a 1-stroke lead right there as we go to the final 50 yards. Flynn in the blue cap. Zweda from Glenbard East in the white. 1 lap to go, and making the turn first is Megan Flynn. Flynn from University High. Now putting some distance between her and Zweda. Races for second place. Flynn is first. Zweda comes up to get second. And third is Sandy Sample of Lyons LaGrange. Consolation time 1:53 and 9,700.
Megan looked like she swam an almost perfect race. She got stronger and stronger as the event went on.
Let's take a look at the finish. As you can see, Flynn in the blue cap pulling away.
Winning almost by a body length, but she's just as strong at the end of the race as she was at the beginning. She held back and controlled herself at the beginning of the race, didn't get overexcited, and swam just a fine finish.
So the senior overtakes the freshman in the consolation. Now we go to the championship heat, and we'll take a look at the lane assignments here. In lane 1, we'll have Molly Vetter from U-High Normal. Courtney Coleman, who finished second in this event in lane 2 from Wheaton-Warrenville South. The defending champion, Ellen Stonebreaker from Naperville Central in lane 3 with the best qualifying time. Brianne Fowles in lane 4, McHenry. Sarah Adams from Washington in lane 5. Lane 6, Chrissy Jansen of Lake Forest. The race will be between lanes 2 and 3, and Stonebreaker is the favorite in lane
Take your mark.
3.
Last year, Ellen Stonebreaker was the leading qualifier again, but she swam much faster in the finals, like she had rested through the preliminaries. Let's see if that happens again today.
Touching first is Breanne Fowles from McHenry after the first lap. Fowles in lane 4. Stonebreaker in lane 3. There you see Fowles with a bit of a lead after 50 yards.
Sarah Washington in lane 5. She looks real strong too.
Sarah Adams, a junior. She is now up there with Breanne Fowles with Stonebreaker in 3rd. 3 across as they come down.
Ellen Stonebreaker knows exactly where she is in the race. She's able to breathe on both sides occasionally. She has her eye on the other girls.
Currently running 3rd. Fowles. There's Adams at the bottom of your picture. You widen out to see Stonebreaker in lane 3, 3rd in from the top.
Ellen's coming on now. She's almost taken Breanne, overtaken Breanne.
Courtney Coleman, the 2nd place finisher in lane 2, is back. Here comes Stonebreaker and Breanne Fowles.
Coming up on the last 50, Ellen Stonebreaker turns first. We got quite a race here, Mike.
1/100th of a second separating the splits at the turn. Stonebreaker in lane 3.
Ellen's pulling away now.
Final lap right here. Here's Stonebreaker. Fowles next to her. Courtney Coleman is out of it. Lane 3.
Breanne's trying to make a run at it, but she's not going to catch Ellen.
And Stonebreaker again, your champion. Ellen Stonebreaker in a winning time, 1:51.42.
Almost a full second ahead of where she was last night. 0.7 of a second.
Well off the state record, but certainly it'll do fine for Ellen Stonebreaker, the sophomore from Naperville Central. Breanne Fowles taking 2nd, Sarah Adams for 3rd.
Okay, you can see that Ellen is starting to pull away again, and if you watch carefully, you can see Breanne make a little run at her and try to overtake her, but Ellen is so strong and has come from a little bit behind, and that can be a little demoralizing to a swimmer. They see this girl, she's catching up to her, and now Ellen starts to pull away. She misses the state record. She's got 2 more years to do it, though. Very nice. Nice finish. Breanne Fowles and Sarah Adams are 2nd and 3rd.
We will see many of these swimmers in the 100 free, including Ellen Stonebreaker right now. She has been in high school 2 years. She's got 2 state championships at 200 yards. We'll be back. Returning to Evanston, we remind you the broadcast rights for the Illinois High School Girls Swimming and Diving Championships have been granted to Sports Channel by the Illinois High School Association. Any reproduction or rebroadcast of this event without the express written consent of Sports Channel and the IHSA is prohibited. There you see the crowd. They are quiet now, but they're only getting ready for the next event. This is certainly a participation sport when the folks are here, as we are getting the awards made for the 200-yard freestyle.
It's the first of 9 individual events we'll see today, along with the 3 relays.
In 3rd place with time 1:53.36, Washington, Sarah Adams.
As you take a look at Molly Vedder, the freshman from Normal, who finished 4th. Here comes the 3rd place finisher, Sarah Adams from Washington. Washington, one of those schools that does not actually have a swim team. The girls compete individually and then can come to state with proper qualifying. And it was a worthwhile trip for Sarah Adams. 2nd place finisher, Breanne Fowles, improving on her previous 6th place finish last year and 5th from 1992. And she's got another year to go.
She'll be back. She gave Ellen quite a race.
And speaking of she'll be back, here's your 2-time champion now from Naperville Central with a winning time of 1:51.42. Once again, there's Ellen Stonebreaker. Last year she won at 51.73, so She's lowering the times here. Personal bests. Let's take a look at the board. And you can see the finals. Oh, Shirley Nanini right there, who is the co-athletic director at Evanston and the meet manager here, giving the awards to all the competitors. Stonebreaker in first place, Brianne Fowles second, Sarah Adams finishes third, the freshman veteran fourth. Courtney Coleman had a disappointing fifth place finish after finishing second the year before, and Chrissy Jansen from Lake Forest finishes sixth. Now let's go to the 200-yard individual medley. Fly, backstroke, breaststroke, freestyle. Lane 1, Danielle Kidston of St. Charles. Lane 2, Rachel Silva of Bloomington. Lane 3, Misty Lorick of Aurora. Lane 4, Amanda Smiley Barrington. Lane 5, Valerie Conti of Bensonville. Lane 6, Liz Hennessy of Joliet Catholic. This is the consolation.
Take your mark.
And we get a false start. And that's going to be bad news because no breaks are allowed. Somebody's going to be disqualified immediately, and we'll find out whom or who.
Well, unless they can figure out a distraction in this crowd or some other reason for the girls moving. Last night we had one where there's
Let's take a look and see if we can see it.
somebody started to move. Yep.
Looked like lane 5.
Lane 5.
Valerie Conti of Bensonville, a freshman.
And she is disqualified. As you say, there's no second shot.
That's another reason that might inhibit state records being set in the finals. You don't want to make that one mistake. And the freshman learned a lesson there, so we'll try it again.
One full start chart, lane 5. This starter.
Take your mark.
Again, 200 yards, 8 laps, 2 each. They start with the butterfly, then go to the backstroke, breaststroke, and freestyle. It's like lane 4, Amanda Smiley, after 25 yards, and lane 1, Danielle Kidston.
Amanda's quite a butterflyer. It shows up here.
Looks like Kidston, and you're looking at Smiley in lane 4. There she is, touching first. Now they'll go to the backstroke.
Amanda's really taking a commanding lead right now, body length, and doing quite well.
Amanda Smiley makes the turn. Second place still looks like Daniel Kidston of St. Charles in lane 1. There is Amanda Smiley finishing up the backstroke leg. And she has a body length lead over the competition.
Remember, Misty Lorick in lane 3 is a breaststroker, and this is where she should shine.
Misty, part of that Rosary medley relay team, starts to make up some ground now in the breaststroke.
And she's starting to make up some ground.
Lorick touches second. Smiley trying to hold on, and now Lorick has practically come even with her on the turn.
There's Smiley, and there's Misty Lorick.
You see Smiley in the red cap, Lorick in the blue. Smiley holding on through the breaststroke. Now here Lorick, as they touch, they'll go to the freestyle. Smiley touches first.
By about 0.3 of a second, Misty Lorick is coming on now. Oh, what a race.
Again, this is the consolation. Smiley in the red has led from the start. Final lap coming here. Smiley, there she is in the red at the bottom. Lorick. Smiley has a slight edge as they'll come to the wire. Amanda Smiley from Barrington, Misty Lorick of Rosary, and it is Amanda Smiley, the winner.
Amanda really had a great freestyle leg. She didn't die at all, as I anticipated. I anticipated Misty Lorick to catch her during the breaststroke and then pass her during the freestyle.
Amanda Smiley holding on. Misty Lorick in second place. Rachel Silva, junior from Bloomington, in third. And let's take a look at the finish, and it's a close one.
It is a close one. Both these girls have strong finishes, but Amanda Smiley in the red cap there really looks strong and is getting a little bit stronger. And look at the leg kick there. She's got a real sprinter's leg kick and finishes by a half a second ahead of Mindy.
All right, let's take a look at the championship heat right here. Lane 1, Janie Reed from Champaign Central. Lane 2, Adrian Benz of Lyons LaGrange. Lane 3, the favorite, Lauren Silva, finished second here a year ago of Aurora Rosary. Amy Munns of St. Charles, a junior, Lane 4. Amy McGowan, watch her. She's a freshman from Addison Driscoll in Lane 5. Tawny Larm, 7th place finisher a years ago from West Chicago Community in Lane 6. And there's the Rosary cheering section. Beads on the bodies.
Take your mark.
Lauren Silva set a state record here last night.
The record 2:03 flat. Silva in lane 3, starting out with the butterfly. In lane 2, Adrian Benz from Lyons High School. And lane 4, Amy Munn from St. Charles, ahead of Silva right now. They touch, go to the backstroke.
Amy Munns is a butterflyer, and she got a great lead. But remember, Lauren Silva swam butterfly for the beads and the medley relay.
Munns has finished in the top 7 the last 2 years in this event. Now she and Silva neck and neck. And there's Silva at the top of your picture in lane 3. Next to her is Munns. Silva starting to gain a little advantage here at the end of the backstroke leg.
Great backstroke, great backstroke.
Silva in the middle, Munns to the right. Silva pulling ahead. Third place looks like Adrian Benz of Lyons High School. But Lauren Silva now pulling away with the freestyle leg to go.
About a body length now.
There's Silva coming to make the turn to the freestyle.
About a full second separate the two full seconds.
1:33.47 the split. Looking to break 2:03 to break her state record she set just a day ago. It is all Lauren Silva.
Only thing now is to see if she does break that state record. Fans have got their eyes on the clock. They're all standing up cheering, hoping that she does.
2:01, 2:02, 2:03, 2:03.24. Doesn't quite do it. That was her own record she was after, and she gets the victory. 2:03.24 for Lauren Silva. Amy Munns takes second, and Adrian Benz will take third. All three will be back. Let's hear it for Lauren Silva, and we'll have more in just a minute. Swimming now, football coming up. Spend your Thanksgiving with Sports Channel. The state's best high school football players will be on Sports Channel Friday and Saturday after Thanksgiving when they go for the titles in the 1994 Illinois High School Association 1A through 6A football championships. We'll start at 10 a.m. with the 1A games. Sports Channel will bring you all the games from both Friday and Saturday live. IHSA football championships will be there along with Jack McInerney, Bill Gorley, Tom Stocker down there in Hancock Stadium in Normal, Illinois on the campus of Illinois State. It's a terrific weekend. Join us. And there you see Amy Munns from St. Charles, second place finisher in the 200-yard individual medley. And there's coming up is your winner. Finished second a year ago to Jenny Grable, one of your alums. Bruce Woodbury from New Trier had an outstanding career there, and here is her successor, and certainly every bit as able. Lauren Silva from Rosary High in Aurora, her second medal. She's already got one for the medley relay.
Quite a swim. She's on her way to 4 medals.
Art Edstrom of Deerfield High School giving her the medal, and let's take a look at the board as we see Lauren Taker bows, well deserved. She finishes first, the time off her state record of 2:03 flat, 2:03.24. Second place, Amy Munch from St. Charles. Adrienne Benz of Lions LaGrange in third. Amy McGowan, the freshman, came in fourth. Fifth place, Tony Long from West Chicago. She was seventh a year ago. And Jamie Reed, a senior from Champaign Central, finishes sixth. Okay, the 50-yard freestyle is up next. Up and back. Don't blink, you'll miss it. Here is the consolation lineup as we go from lane 1 to lane 6. Sarah Day, a sophomore from Glenbrook South. In lane 1, lane 2, Christine Keller, a freshman from U-High in Urbana. In lane 3, Lee Haddock, a senior from the Marion Woodstock. Lane 4, Christine Iaquinto from Aurora Waubonsee Valley. Lane 5, Angie Bankston of Naperville Central. Lane 6, Jenny Priester of Bloomington.
Take your mark.
This is the consolation heat. Up and back. It looks like lane 5, Angie Bankston of Naperville Central. Touching first now, lane 3, Lee Haddock of Marion. Haddock in lane 3 in the blue cap. Trying to hold on. Lane 1, Sarah Day coming up quickly. And it is lane 3, Lee Haddock takes first. Second place, Christine Keller, a freshman from University High Urbana. And lane 3, lane 1 that takes third, Sarah Day. Oh, it's a quickie. Here's the finish.
Lee had a great start. She was the first one down there, and she took 3 breaths. I was counting them on the way back, and great finish. Only 3 breaths. That's what they want to do in this race, is the fewer breaths, and just move your arms as fast as you can.
Keller is second, and a tie for third between Sarah Day and Angie Bankston of Naperville Central. Now to the championship heat. Carolyn Grevers of Warren in lane 1. Lane 2, Natalie Larrick of Hinsdale Central. Lane 3, the favorite, Allison Weimer of Palatine, finished second a year ago. Lane 4, her competition, Petra Dahlman, a junior from Glenbrook North. Lane 5, Kathy Lang from St. Charles, 9th place finisher a year ago. And from Peoria High School, Jocelyn Pitzel. She is a junior. She will be in lane 6.
I am really anxious to see Allison Weimer swim.
There was talk of a state record here
Take
after
your
the
mark.
prelims. She was
Great start, and pops right up.
Allison Weimer in the white cap. Here you see her leading the field after 25 yards. Looking to break 23.15. Weimer has got it. The question is, will she have the record? Allison Weimer will not get the record, 23.39, but she takes the first place medal. Allison Weimer of Palatine.
What a beautiful swim.
She didn't miss it by much. Second place, Petra Dahlman of Glenbrook North. And in third place, Kathy Lang of St. Charles. There she is, your champion. Here's the finish coming up.
First one down there, she had a beautiful, look at how long she stays underwater. She gets her head up real high and almost like she's planing. And look at the turnover, nice low recovery, arms are straight. There's her first breath after the turn. She is this beautiful swimmer. What a talent.
Allison Weimer.
1 breath on the way back.
And there's the results board. She finishes first, Petra Dahlman, the junior from Glenbrook North, second. Kathy Lang, third. Natalie Larrick from Hinsdale Central, fourth. Jocelyn Pitzel, fifth, the freshman, the junior rather. And Carolyn Grevers, a sophomore from Warren High School in Gurnee, sixth. We'll have more. And the winner of the 50-yard freestyle here at the IHSA Girls Swimming Championships, there she is. Sophomore Allison Weimer finished second to Lindsay Farella a year ago. Of course, we've told you Farella's story. She's now on the U.S. national team. Allison from Palatine, what a year of champions this has been for the Pirates. Won the soccer championship as well. They're still in the football playoffs. Soccer championships just had a little less water than we have here, the way they played it. And an outstanding effort. And what a confrontation this sets up, Bruce, for the 100-yard freestyle between Ellen Stonebreaker and Allison.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that race. And Allison has showed me that she's such a talent. She has such a beautiful stroke. She's so much fun to watch swim.
Dueling sophomores will have it for you in a bit. Petra Dahlman, a junior from Glenbrook North, finished second. Kathy Lang from St. Charles, third. Natalie Larrick from Hinsdale Central, fourth. Jocelyn Pitzel from Peoria High School, fifth. And Carolyn Grievers from Warren finished sixth. So they're going to make some major adjustments here, and that can mean only one thing. We're all going to take a dive when we return to the IHSA Championships here in Evanston. Well, there we gave away one of our secrets. There is fine dining here at the natatorium. We call it the pool at Evanston High School. I'm Mike Lederman, along with Bruce Woodbury, Jim Corno Jr., the Sports Channel crew in the truck. We hope you're enjoying this as it is time to dive. And we are set for our first competitor. Her name is Robin Yachter. She is from Palatine and currently stands in 9th place after the preliminaries. The first of the 3 final dives. They've already done 8.
She's doing a back dive in the straight position. It's a fairly easy dive. They're required to do one of the required dives and then 2 optional dives.
And the judges, we hope will be holding up some numbers, but of course we can't tell you what they are right now. Here's Kelly Telschow. She is the leader after 8 rounds.
Reread, please. Restore.
And we're checking on the numbers here, 6s and 7s, but apparently they want to take a look at that again. There was some malfunction. As Kelly Telschow waits.
Scores 5 1/2, 7, 6.
The scores range from 5.5 to 7.
Nice reach on the dive here, and then very nice entry. What's going to separate these girls is going to be their optional dives.
Here is Kelly Telschow, leader to this point.
Kelly had a nice forward 1.5 somersault in the tuck position. That again is a dive that's kind of required dive.
Kelly, the senior from Palatine Fremd, finished second in this competition a year ago.
Came out a little bit too early.
Erin Cowan, forward 1.5 somersault.
And here is Erin Cowan. She is currently second.
She's doing a forward 1.5 somersault in the free position. Same dive as we just saw. With a twist to it. Very nice dive.
Now, Erin is a senior at Crystal Lake Central, and her scores range from 5 to 5.5. So I did not get Kelly Telschow's scores. She has a decent lead, a pretty good lead actually, of 10 points going into the final rounds. Here is Amanda Cruz, a sophomore from Champaign Central. She stands 8th.
Wow, nice little dive. Little long on the entry and it went over a little bit.
Reverse 1.5 somersault.
Pike position.
And the scores are ranging from 4.5 to 5.5.
She's one of the few that didn't start off with a optional or required dive.
Reed Evans stands 10th from Champaign Centennial. Reed is a sophomore.
Going to reverse dive in the pike position. Nice pike. A little bit far away from the board, but did have a nice entry.
Forward 1.5, 5, 4.
You hear the scores being announced in the background. From 4s to, there they are, 4s to 5. And here is Lydia Ball, a senior, a teammate of Reed Evans at Champaign Centennial. Lydia finished 6th in 1993.
She's doing a reverse dive in the straight position. Called the layout position. Now she has some nice scores.
6 1/2.
From 6 to 7, a nice high score there. We
Remember, they throw out the highest score and the lowest score and count the middle three.
Laura Benedetti, sophomore from Hoffman Estates, stands 6th.
She's doing a forward 2.5 somersault in the tuck position. This is an optional dive.
Had problems with that, and that will be reflected in the scores. 3.5 and 4s and a 3.
4, 3 and 1/2.
And what happened here, Bruce?
You can see that she goes over a little bit too far and doesn't get her hands out in time to protect her head.
Julia McDonald stands 3rd.
That was a nice dive. Forward 1.5 twist, straight position. Low degree of difficulty, but she did a real nice job with that.
Junior from Springfield High School, finished 8th in the diving a year ago. And here is Hannah Shin. Hannah Shin finished 4th last year. She stands 4th now. Hannah from Fremd. She and Telschau are teammates. Hannah's also a gymnast for Palatine. Sixes and 6.5s for Hannah Shin.
Her gymnastic ability comes into play here. She's quite a twister and can get around real easily and then into the water. Great job.
Looking to improve her position. And now here's Kate Ennis from New Trier. She is 12th of the 12 finalists.
Just made it in. She did a forward half twist dive, straight position.
4.5 to 6, the range there.
5, 5. Liz Olson. Forward 1
And here is the only freshman in the finals this year in the diving competition, coming up from Barrington, Liz Olson. She stands 11th.
Just 13 years old. In a forward 1.5 somersault. Pike position. Feet came apart a little bit at the end. Fairly typical on that dive.
Decent scores, generally around 6-0, some 5-5s. For the freshman, Liz Olson of Barrington. And the final contestant from Rockford Guilford, Heather Gagliano. Heather is in 7th place after 8 dives.
That was a forward dive and half twist in a straight position.
And that is the first round. So with 2 more rounds to go, once again we come back to Robin Yachter of Palatine. As you see Heather Gagliano going off, and her scores from 4.5 to 5.5, mostly in the 5.0 range. It's tough to read that scoreboard. We'll try to, and it's even tougher to come up with the formula, so we'll keep you abreast as much as we can. Here's Robin Yachter.
There's a back dive and the 1.5 somersault, pike position. Very difficult dive. See what kind of scores they give her on this. Oh, 5s, good scores.
5.5s for Robin Yachter, the 5.0. Looking to improve on her 9th place standing. Here's your leader, Kelly Telschau.
Out at the end there. Very much in control, doing a forward dive and 2 somersaults in the pike position.
6s and 7s for Kelly Telschau. Stand her well. She had not the best dive that she wanted on her first attempt. Now here is Erin Cowan in 2nd place from Crystal Lake Central.
Doing a forward 2.5 somersaults in the tuck position. Nice entry. Her feet came apart a little bit at the end. but she got 4.5s and 5s. Watch the feet on the entry here. That's one of the things that the judges look for. They judge the takeoff and the finish and what's done in the air too.
Amanda Cruz, standing 8th from Champaign Central.
Two twists on that dive. Again, a very difficult dive.
5, 5 1/2, 5, 5 1/2, 4, 4 1/2.
She's got the 2 twists and is able to get her arms back down at her side, which is a requirement of the dive, and get good entry.
Marks 4.5 to 5 for Amanda Cruz. Here again is Reed Evans, standing 10th.
Ooh, nice touch. Wow.
4 1/2, 5 1/2, 5, 6, 5.
4.5 to 6.
4 1/2.
Again, that scoreboard is tough to read, but
1 1/2 somersault.
there are decimal points in there somewhere. Lydia Ball, the other diver from Champaign Centennial, standing 5th. Lydia Ball with decent scores there from 5.5 to 6.5. Laura Benedetti from Hoffman Estates. She is 6th.
She's doing her required dive now. Forward 1 somersault, 2 twists. Able to get her hands down this time.
5, 4, 4 1/2, 5, 4 1/2.
From 4 to 5, the range for her marks, Laura Benedetti.
It's going to hurt her a little bit.
The number 3 stander right here, Julia McDonald of Springfield.
Forward 2 somersaults. That dive.
6 1/2, 5.
She's leaning a little bit on the approach. Gets up real good. Look at how nicely tucked she is, and real nice entry. She had plenty of time for that dive.
And here is Hannah Shin. Had an excellent first dive. She is 4th.
Inward 1.5 somersaults. Pike position. Very difficult dive.
Hannah Shin looking to move up from the 4th spot. And gets...
She's real good position. A little shaky there, but good position. Looks like she's going to hit the board, but she's in plenty of control and real good entry.
marks of 5 to 6, the range. Here is Kate Ennis.
6, 5 1/2, 5, 5 1/2, 5 1/2, 6 1/2.
Hannah's gymnastics ability showed out there, and her great toe point, good entry. Here's Kate doing a reverse. Kate Ennis doing a reverse dive, 1.5 somersaults. And Kate's over a little bit on that dive.
Kate Ennis, the New Trier senior.
4 1/2, 5, 4 1/2, 4 1/2, 4 1/2.
And gets the 4.5 to 5 range. Those numbers on the bottom, by the way, the 1.8 is the degree of difficulty. The 5.22 is the type of dive. So that will give you a little bit more of an idea of how to read the scoreboard as we go to
That'll help
the
them.
freshman, Liz Olson from Barrington.
Doing it back, one somersault, 1/2 twist, free position.
And Liz got a smile on
Big
her face.
smile on her face. She's happy with the dive.
Yeah, and so are the judges. They give her generally 5.5 and 6s.
This dive, I guess, looks very difficult to me. But she looks very much in control of it and was able to get it in nicely.
And here is Heather Gagliano, standing 7th.
Heather did a back dive with somersault in the free position. and scores 4.5s and 5s. Real nice dive.
All right, here's our final round now, and again, all these scores will be totaled up, and we'll get the information to you as quickly as possible. Robin Yachter from Palatine with a
back dive, 1 somersault, 2.5 twists, free position, 2.7.
It's a tough one.
Wow, but she did a nice job getting it in, didn't she? Wow, nice job.
Marks of 5 O's, 4 5s, and 5 O's.
That's going to help her. She was 9th after the preliminaries, and she should move up.
And now our leader, Kelly Telschow.
Key dive for Kelly.
The last dive of her high school career, and she's looking for her first championship.
First 1 somersault, 1.5 twist. Very difficult dive. See if she keeps the score.
5.5s and 6s for Kelly Telschow. And again, not having the calculators and slide rules. Boy, am I dating myself. She would seem to be pretty tough to beat right now. And here's the person who has the best chance of beating her, second place, Erin Cowan.
Erin's been diving well. Could have used a little more turn on that dive.
4, 5, 4.
Cowan, also a senior, 4s and 5s, and 1 3.5 there.
There's Amanda Cruz doing the back 1.5 somersault, 1/2 twist, free position. She saved her easiest dive for last.
Did it nicely.
That's a required dive. And here she gets a nice lift off the board and gets it in really nicely. Nice, see that entry, toes pointed, legs together. That's one of the things the judges are looking for.
One judge liked it enough for an 8. Most of them were 6s and 6.5s, so good effort. Reed Evans.
Reverse 1.5 somersault, tough position.
5 1/2, 4 1/2, 4 1/2,
4.5 to 5.5, the range for Reed Evans. Another sophomore, and here comes the senior teammate of Reed's, Lydia Ball. Stands 5th. Evans was 10th.
Oh, nice tuck. Got her legs out a little bit harder at the end, but 2 somersaults, 2.5 somersaults on that tuck position.
5, 4, 5,
4s and 5s, the range for Lydia Ball. And here again, Laura Benedetti, sophomore from Hoffman Estates.
Forward dive, 2 somersaults, tuck position. 2.2 is the difficulty on this one. Ooh, look a little more difficult than that.
Had some problems on the rotation, 2.5 and 3s, and that will not help her at all. Laura Benedetti not happy with that dive. Here's Julia McDonald coming up next. Julia, the 3rd place contestant right now from Springfield.
She's finishing up with a low difficult dive too. It's a required dive, but she nails it. Does a nice job with that. 1.6. 6s and 7s. Real nice dive. Good takeoff. Very much in control. Comes out in plenty of time to get her dive in. She saves a little bit, but nice dive.
Holding 3rd place right now, and here is Hannah Shin in 4th place. Junior from Palatine, Fremd.
She'd end up with a twisting dive. She's such a great twister. Back dives, 1 somersault, 1.5 twists.
6 zeros and 6.5. Good effort for Hannah Shin, her final dive. Here is Kate Ennis now from New Trier.
1.5 somersault, 1 twist, free, difficulty 2.2.
Forward 1.5 somersault and twist.
Yeah, let's watch this again here on the replay. Looks like she's leaning a little bit, rushing it a little bit, but good takeoff, and then for her last dive of her high school career.
5.0s and 5.5s for Kate Ennis. And from the senior, we go to the freshman, Liz Olson.
Back inward dive, 1.5 somersaults. Tuck. Judges may take off, and she rocked a little bit at the beginning there, and judges sometimes don't like to see that. Looks like they're trying to get a little momentum going off the board.
4.5 and 5.0s. Her remarks, 1.3.5 you see there.
Judge number 4.
And the final contestant, Heather Gagliano, in 7th place from Rockford Guilford.
Another senior. And she's a little short there on that dive.
3, 2 1/2, 3 1/2, 4.
All right, so there is the diving competition. We'll be back with the results, and then we're going to go to butterfly as the Illinois High School Association Girls Swimming Championships continue here on Sports Channel. Welcome back. We're in the consolation heat of the 100-yard butterfly. Looking at the field, lane 1, Rachel Silva from Bloomington, lane 2, Katie Sherwin of Lake Park, lane 3, Erica Kalasinski of Oak Park, lane 4, Brittany Klein of Crystal Lake, lane 5, Janelle Buster of Pekin, and lane 6, Daniel Kidston of St. Charles.
Janelle Buster from Pekin, it looks like she's taking the lead.
Buster in lane 5. There's Janelle in the red cap.
Oh, what a race. What a race.
Challenging her is Katie Sherwin in lane 2. In lane 3, Erica Kalasinski. And Kalasinski's coming on as they come to the final 5 yards. Kalasinski in lane 3. There she is, going ahead to take it. Again, that's the consolation in the time of 59.21.
Real nice time.
Erica Kalasinski of Fenwick High School in Oak Park, first in 59.21. Second, Katie Sherwin from Lake Park in Roselle. Finishing third in the consolation heat, Danielle Kidston, the sophomore from St. Charles. Janelle Buster faded to 4th from Pekin. Rachel Silva from Bloomington. And Katie Sherwin, and Brittany Klein finishes 6th. Now the championship heat. Emily Buskey from Decatur in lane 1. Lane 2, Brianne Fold of Fowles of McHenry. Lane 3, Adrienne Benz of Lyons LaGrange. Lane 4, Amy Munns of St. Charles. Lane 5, Lauren Pace of York and Elmhurst. Lane 6, Jessica Nippenberg of Naperville Central.
Starter.
Take your mark.
Between lane 3 and lane 4. Benz in lane 3, Munns in lane 4. Munns.
They had quite a race last night.
Touching first is Adrienne Benz of Lyons High School in LaGrange, the top qualifier in the prelim.
And Amy Munns and Lauren Pace, the sophomore from Elmhurst, York, took the lead.
Pace from York High School in lane 5 at the bottom of the picture. They come up to the 75-yard mark here. Pace in the white cap. There she is in lane 5. Next to her, Amy Munns in lane 4. And it is almost a dead heat right here. Final 25 yards. And now turning around is Benz in lane 3. There she is.
Wow,
Munns
what a
lane
race.
4. Pace lane 5. Here's the finish. And it is Adrienne Benz.
Adrienne Benz.
By 6/100ths of a second over Amy Munns.
Wow, what a race that was. I thought she lost it. I thought Amy had her at the end. Just the way the timing was on the arms. Let's watch this on the finish here, and maybe we can tell. See, they're lifting her arms out at different times. That means they're going forward at different times. And it looked like Amy was going to get it in there first, but maybe she didn't hit the pad hard enough. Because it's, again, on second look, it looked like Amy won.
Well, the clock shows Adrian Benz, a junior from Lyons High School in LaGrange, first at 57 and 24 hundredths, 6 100ths back. Amy Munns. Now, Munns is a story because she was the fourth place finisher last year in the breaststroke. 3 seniors were ahead of her, but instead of running the breaststroke, she decided to swim the butterfly and comes in second. We'll have more. Back at Evanston High School, let's catch you up on the diving awards, and there is your winner from Fremd High School in Palatine, giving a hug to her teammate and second place finisher Hannah Shin. There is Kelly Talshow, and her championship point total 423.25. Kelly goes out as a senior with a championship after having finished second as a junior a year ago. Let's take a look at the totals right here as we look at the full board, and a happy Kelly Talshow and friend. Hannah Shin, who won this a couple of years ago, finished fourth last year, comes up to second from Palatine. Julia McDonald stays at third. Lydia Ball moves up to fourth from fifth. Erin Cowan, who had been second before the final 3 dives, drops to fifth. Robin Yachter moves up to sixth from ninth from Palatine High School. Amanda Cruz finishes seventh. Heather Gagliano moves down to 8th. Reed Evans from Champaign Centennial 9th. Kate Ennis from New Trier moves up from 12th to 10th. Liz Olson, the freshman, the only freshman in the final 12, stays at number 11, the freshman from Barrington. And Laura Benedetti finishes 12th. The sophomore from Hoffman Estates was 6th going into the final 3 dives and had some problems at the end. So that is your situation at the girls diving finals. There is Amy Munns from St. Charles, who finishes second in the 100-yard butterfly. Amy fourth in the breaststroke a year ago, as we mentioned. Switched out of the breaststroke to the butterfly at sectionals. Comes up with a second place finish to this young lady, Adrian Benz from Lyons High School in LaGrange. Adrian, a junior, with a winning time of 57.24. She held her off, Bruce.
Yeah, she did, and really picked up some team points for St. Charles. They had somebody in both the consolation and the finals there, and nobody else did. That's a team contender.
Well, St. Charles, favored to win its first girls state championship, is doing well now. Let's take a look at the final totals on the 6 top finishers. See Adrian Benz first, Amy Munns second. In third place, Lauren Pace, a sophomore from York and Elmhurst. Fourth, Brienne Foles, who finished second in the 200 freestyle, finishes fourth here. And fifth, Emily Busby of Decatur. And sixth, Jessica Nippenberg, finished 10th in this event a year ago. Now, to the 100-yard freestyle. You see the state record. It was set, 14 years ago with Jocelyn Pitzel, number 1, lane 1 from Peoria. Sarah Day of Glenview, lane 2. Melissa Smith of Marion High School, lane 3. Laura Southwick of New Trier, lane 4. Kim Wizawati, Hinsdale Central, lane 5. Katie Polisek of Alliance LaGrange, lane 6.
Great start by Laura Southwick in lane 4.
Southwick from New Trier.
And Pixel in lane 1 looks like she's off to a great start.
Kim Wizawati from Hinsdale Central, one of twins on this Hinsdale Central team in lane 5, putting on a charge here as we're halfway through. Touching first, Melissa Smith, the junior from Marion High School.
Kind of hard to split them right now. The middle of the pool looks like where the action is, though.
Wizawati in lane 5.
Oh, lane 6. Look at lane 6, turn first.
And now lane 6, that is Katie Polisek from Lyons LaGrange. between lane 3, 5, and 6. All across as we come to the
Lane
finish.
6.
Lane 6 looks like Polasek is going to do it. And Katie Polasek does. 53-58 coming from the outside to take the consolation in the 100-yard freestyle. Fine race by the senior.
Terrific race. Outside smoke. Look at the fin. Well, we can't see her there because of the crowd, but we can see the other girls. We can see the leg kick of Katie.
That's Kim Wizawati in lane 5, but underneath all of that in lane 6, there she is. Katie Polasek from Lyons LaGrange to take 7th place at state. Now let's take a look at the championship heat. Lane 1, Maureen Zweba, a freshman from Glenbard East. Lane 2, you remember Ellen Stonebreaker. She won the 200-yard free from Naperville Central. Lane 3, here's the matchup with Allison Weimer, who won the 50 free from Palatine. Lane 4, Sarah Adams, 3rd in the 200 from Washington High School. Lane 5, Petra Dahlman, 2nd in the 50. Lane 6 is Sarah Mutz of Barrington.
Take your mark.
Well, the match between Stonebreaker and Weimer. Stonebreaker.
Lane 2.
In lane 2, Weimer in the white cap. Lane 3. Weimer turns first to 25 yards.
Just look at her turnover. She looks like she's taking 2 strokes to everybody else.
Weimer churning through. Good turn by Stonebreaker in lane 2, but now Weimer pulling. In lane 4, Sarah Adams. As they come to the final turn.
It's Weimer, though.
Weimer,
Sarah
Stonebreaker
Adams.
above, and Sarah Adams coming through.
Great turn by Sarah,
It's going to be
but can't get through the weight there.
Weimer. The race is for second between Stonebreaker and Adams. And Adams
Just
gets
missed the
second,
state record.
Stonebreaker third. The
What a
time,
meet.
50.74. Just over 3/10 off the state record. And there is Allison Weimer, her second medal.
Look at her last turn here. Even though the Sarah Adams looks like she catches up a little bit, Allison Weimer is able to hold her off. She is the best sprinter I've seen here in years. She is just fabulous. Terrific turnover, terrific kick. So strong.
Part of that very talented freshman class we told you about that came in last year on state level. Lindsay Farella, who has gone on, took the event last year. Allison Weimer comes in, beats Farella's time, and nearly gets a state record. We'll be back. Our first double individual award winner, as you look at the second place finisher, Sarah Adams of Washington in the 100-yard freestyle. There's the double winner, Allison Weimer of Palatine, took the 50. Now she's taken the 100-yard freestyle with a time, Bruce Woodbury nearly equaling the state record at 50.74, barely 3/10 of a second off.
She's really an exciting swimmer, and I guarantee you she's going to have a state record next year, the year. She's got 2 more years.
Yeah. We told you Lindsay Farella took both these events last year. Lindsay now swimming on the U.S. national team. Allison Weimer certainly has made her mark here today. Finishing second, we told you Sarah Adams, who was also 3rd in the 200. Finishing 3rd, Ellen Stonebreaker, already a winner in the 200 free. 4th, Petra Dahlman, who was 2nd in the 50. 5th was Maureen Zweda of Glenbard East, and 6th, Sarah Mutz of Barrington. Now let's go on. We've got a long way to go here. 20 laps up and down the pool. The 500-yard freestyle, the longest event of the afternoon. Let's take a look first at the consolation heat. Lane 1, St. Charles, Lori Zakwija. She is a senior. Lane 2, Ann Dannenhauer of Urbana High School. Lane 3, Kristen Hoover of St. Charles, a senior. Lane 4, Sandy Sample of Lyons LaGrange. Lane 5, Tara Jacobson, a freshman from Loyola Academy of Wilmette. And lane 6, Liz Hennessy of Joliet Catholic.
Take your mark.
This can be a really strategic race, and it's really kind of fun to watch. The girls are so packed together than the last couple of years. We have a couple here with times that are about 5:07, 5:10, and then the rest of the bunch is up there 5:12.
This is the race, of course, that we will look to see if Lauren Silva can complete her double and, in fact, win her third medal of the afternoon. Silva coming up in the championship heat of this. State record 4:48 even. After 2 laps, looks like in lane 5, Tara Jacobson, a freshman there, and now lane 3, Kristen Hoover, who finished 10th a year ago, along with lane 4, Sandy Sample of Lyons-LaGrange. Again, a long way to go. It's a pace race. It's certainly not a sprint race.
It's not a sprint like the 50, but I get tired just watching it. It looks like they're sprinting to me. And they do breathe every stroke. In the 50 and the shorter races, they don't breathe every stroke. Here they need that breath, otherwise they're going to tighten up and go into oxygen debt. And they don't want to do that. Got to swim control.
Lane 4, Sandy Sample. Next to her, Kristen Hoover in lane 3. They are your leaders right now. Coming up
on the 8th lap, the 200.
And here they come, almost stroke for stroke between Hoover and Sample. In fact, Sample is leading by 7/100ths of a second at that split.
This is the halfway point of the race. What girls like to do, what swimmers like to do, is they like to swim real even. They swim the first half and then try to come back in at least the same speed. So they have to try to pick it up. They don't have that adrenaline pumping like they did at the beginning of the race.
It is Sample in lane 4 and Hoover in lane 3. There is Hoover at the top, Sample next to her. Coming up to lap 12. 300 yards, and they are stroke for stroke. Hoover and Sample. And still it's Sample.
They don't kick as hard in this race, except when they come off the walls and maybe the last 100. But you can see that they have a 2-beat or 4-beat kick. Watch as they come off the walls this time. They pick up the kick. They help get them off the wall and get going again.
And third place is the freshman, Tara Jacobson. You see her at the bottom of the picture. She is from Loyola Wilmette.
She looks really strong.
Any one of these three can take it now. At 350 yards. And now, Kristen Hoover has dropped off just a bit in lane 3. Sample touches in lane 4, almost together with Jacobson in lane 5.
Girls need those counters so they know exactly where they are in the race. So even though they know where they are pretty much, it gives them a little bit more incentive.
And Jacobson, the freshman now, has taken the lead. And she has about half a body length on the other two. There is Jacobson, bottom of your picture. Again, she is a freshman from Loyola. Now starts to lengthen.
She's getting stronger and stronger.
In the middle, Hoover is... Sample has dropped off. It is the freshman, Tara Jacobson. She is first. Second is Hoover. 2 laps to go here.
Tara's swimming really confident. She looks really strong and very, very nice. She has a nice long stroke. She's taking fewer strokes than the other girls, and seems to be very efficient.
Tara Jacobson from Loyola. Coming up now, the competition with Hoover as Kristen Hoover starts to come on. Final 10 yards, Jacobson and Hoover. It will be the freshman. Jacobson first. Hoover second. Sandy Sample from Lyons High School in LaGrange is third in the consolation heat. And what a race the freshman ran right there.
She swam the race of her life. Great time. Best time by 3 seconds. Seemed to be in control of it. She swam it just the way her coach wanted her to swim it.
5:07.83. Second, 5:07.39. Nearly 5 seconds better than her preliminary time. Now
those are the first points that have ever been scored for Loyola.
Now let's take a look at the championship heat, and this is the one where we're looking at lane 3. First, Chrissy Jansen of Lake Forest, lane 1. Amy Magawa, the freshman, did well earlier in lane 2. There is Lauren Silva, lane 3, trying to repeat from Rosary. Lane 4, Courtney Coleman from Wheaton Warrenville South. Lane 5, Megan Flynn from University High Urbana. Lane 6, Molly Vetter, another freshman from University High Normal.
Take your mark.
Well, it will be very, very much an upset if anyone besides Lauren Silva wins this race. But
Amy McGraw in lane 2. We were counting her strokes last night. She takes about 1 stroke per second. Her turnover is fantastic.
She has the lead right now after 50 yards. Amy McGowan, second from the right there, next to Lauren Silva.
You think she'd tire out? But she doesn't. She just goes that way the whole race.
McGowan from Madison. Driscoll, 75 yards. She touches first.
A long way, though.
There is Amy.
Lauren Silva's competed in this race many and many a time, and she knows exactly what she's not going to panic.
McGowan and Silva, second and third from the right in that picture there. In lane 4 now, coming up, is Courtney Coleman. Coleman, second a year ago to Silva, fourth 2 years ago. She's no slouch from Wheaton Warrenville South. There they go, 3 across. That's where your race looks like it's going to be.
Courtney Coleman's starting to pull away again. This is a great race to watch last year, and it's a real exciting race again this year.
Silva, the lead at the split by 1/100th of a second. Coming at 175 yards, the 7th lap. In the middle is Lauren Silva. Down below, Courtney Coleman. Above is the freshman McGowan. Silva now with a bit of a lead here.
Widening it a little bit over the last 50.
Coleman not letting her get away. McGowan falling back a bit.
It's critical that Courtney doesn't let her get away. She has to stay with her as long as she can here. Because once you lose her, she's gone.
Coming up to the halfway point, Lauren Silva has pulled out the half a body length lead over McGowan and Coleman. There it is, and there is Lauren. Silva from Rosary.
Lauren looks really confident in the water.
McGowan starting to fall back now. Coleman still second.
But look at Lauren pull away even a little bit more now. It was 1/10 of a second, then it was 3/10 of a second. Now it's all the way up to a second and a half.
The Rosary cheering section, the bees are shaking right here. Lauren Silva lengthening her lead. Coming up to 350 yards. Second is Coleman. McGowan trying to hold on for third against Megan Flynn of University High in Urbana. Silva way ahead now.
Yeah, the race is for second now.
100 yards to go. And Silva has got this one in hand.
She kicks hard off the wall, that 6-feet kick, and looks like she continues it almost the whole length of the pool.
Better than a 3-second lead over Coleman. Magawa trying to hold on for third against Flynn. The freshman against the senior for third place. Looks like the scene here as Lauren Silva can almost coast home.
She's like in a zone, like the basketball players that can't miss. She's just getting stronger and stronger, real confident in herself. And now she's got 50 yards to go. Knows she has it in hand. She's going for her best time.
Silva nearly 4 seconds better than the leader, than the rest of the competition. Final lap right here. Coleman looks like we'll be able to hold on for second. Magawa trying to hold on for third. Here comes Lauren Silva, the clock at 4:48, so we're not going to get any record, but Lauren Silva's going to win this one easily. Here comes Coleman and Magawa. Magawa putting on a burst. Freshman's going to get second, and she does. What a finish. Not so much for the first place trophy.
Two great competitors right there with Lauren Silva and Courtney Coleman. They competed against one another last year.
Lauren Silva's got 3 medals on the day. 1 for the relay and 2 here in individual events. Lauren Silva of Rosary having a banner day. We'll be back. Lauren Silva having a day to remember, her third first place medal. This time a repeat in the 500-yard freestyle. And she has done an outstanding job. She won the 200-yard individual medley. She was part of the medley relay team. 3 first place medals. Not a bad day's work for the sophomore from Rosary High School in Aurora. Let's take a look at the final standings in the 500-yard free. A lot of young ladies who have been on the stand before, led by Lauren Silva with that time of 4:56.61. Magawa, the freshman, 4th in the 200 IM and is 2nd. 3rd, Courtney Coleman, 3rd in the 200 as well. 4th, Megan Flynn from Urbana. 5th is Molly Vetter, another freshman. And 6th, Chrissy Jansen, the junior from Lake Forest. Now let us come over to the 200-yard freestyle relay. Peoria in lane 1, Bennett Academy of Lisle lane 2, Glenbrook South lane 3, Hinsdale Central lane 4, Barrington lane 5, Aurora Rosary lane 6. This again, the consolation heat.
Take your mark.
Everybody gets to go 2 lengths in the pool. Didn't have this event when I was coaching, but I would love to coach this event. It's a great event.
Barrington quickly out front in lane 5. Megan Lisenby. Up and back, and then pass the baton in lane 3.
Lauren Stack from Glenbrook South.
And up on top lane 1, also touching quickly.
Richwoods.
At lane 6, Rosary, believe it or not, coming up with the fastest 50 right there with Terry Hillemeyer.
Betsy Nagel.
With Betsy Nagel from Rosary.
But now we've got Richwoods, Erin McKinney
from Richwoods finishing her heat.
Oh, what a start, what a start.
Now Richwoods.
Glenbrook South.
Megan Lisenby for Richwoods. For Glenbrook South, Jenny Mulick. And the anchor people are getting ready to go.
Misty Larick in lane 6 there for Rosary. They've come up. Barrington, Sarah Mutz. This is it.
Anybody's race right here. Final up and down. In lane 3, Glenbrook South.
Sarah Day.
Sarah Day trying to hold on, trying to hold off the field. Lane 6, Aurora Rosary, Amber Orrick. It looks like Glenbrook South is going to prevail in the consolation, and
Sarah Day,
they
Glenbrook
do.
South. Bennett was second. Check that.
Hinsdale Central comes up to take second. And in third on the outside, Aurora Rosary.
Look at the finish here. You can see Sarah Day in the middle there. She gets on a flat start. She's a little slow off the blocks. On a relay start, where you get them to start moving early, she's had a great start. And then she's just pulling away. Great swimmer, nice finish. Boom. And the victory sign. Could have been her father.
All right, let's go to the championship heat. Stagg High School in lane 1, Naperville Central lane 2, Palatine, fastest qualifier lane 3, St. Charles lane 4, Lions Lagrange lane 5, and Oak Park lane 6. Ellen Stonebreaker will anchor for Naperville Central, Allison Weimer for Palatine. So a couple of folks who know each other pretty well will be going against each other right here. Weimer already's got a couple of medals. Stonebreaker's got a first place medal. All kinds of excitement right here at the Girls State Championships. The 200-yard freestyle relay, we're all set to go.
Key event for St. Charles.
Take your mark.
You got to finish strong but not get disqualified.
Amy Munn starts off for St. Charles in lane 4. And Amy Munn touches first after 25 yards. Deb Simone from River Forest in lane 6 at the bottom. But we look now, lane 4, St. Charles touches first. The Saints looking for their first team championship. A good start for Palatine now in lane 3.
Palatine's got to stay in there. I think they let off with their slowest swimmer. There's different kinds of strategies and different philosophies on this.
St. Charles still holds the lead. Lori Zakluja.
Nice start again.
Over. And for Palatine, Kate McMillan. McMillan in the white cap, lane 3. St. Charles, lane 4. This is Hoover.
And lane 1, watch out for Stagg over there.
Lane 1 at the top of your picture, but here comes the matchup. Stonebreaker and Weimer. Now lane 2, Naperville Central touches first. There goes Allison Weimer.
Look at Allison Weimer
turning
go.
away in the white cap in lane 3. She is burning up this pool. Can she do it for 25 more yards? In lane 2.
Yes. Yes, she can.
Allison Weimer in lane 2 has got this one locked for the Pirates. Woo!
Wow, what a swim. Her third championship for Allison Weimer. Palatine relay wins. Oh, is that exciting.
Allison Weimer takes that anchor leg and just swims away with it. We'll show it to you here.
Allison, there you have her in the lead there. She turns over really fast. Look at how fast her arms are moving. That's slow motion, folks.
And that's Stonebreaker right above her there.
No contest. Nice job.
What a job by Palatine and Allison Weimer. Way to go, Pirates. We'll be back. Back in Evanston, where do you go for the most in-depth coverage of the Chicago sports scene? How do you keep up with your favorite teams and athletes when they're playing? Tune in to the Sports Channel Report nightly at 10 or after the games and get with the program. Mike Lederman along with Bruce Woodbury, our Sports Channel crew here at Evanston High School. As you're taking a look at the third place finishers,
St. Charles.
the St. Charles Saints, and they are piling up points. We could talk a little bit about, there's the second place finisher, Naperville Central. Nice job there. They matched their 93 finish. But there's an elaborate scoring system. And we just want to tell you that individual events come down, start, the winner gets 16 points, second place 13 points, and then the third place 12 points, et cetera, down to 12th. But the relays are worth double, so if you can pile up some good relay places, certainly helps your team standing, and that's what St. Charles is doing. They qualified second in all 3 relays, finished third here.
Well,
Naperville Central finishing second, and we'll show you the winners in a minute. I'm sorry, Bruce.
well, the key in the scoring here is once you have to get into the top 6. If you fall down, you can't move up. You could have a state record time in the consolation finals and get no better than 7th place.
That's true.
So that's why the night before, the preliminaries are so darn important.
And right here are your winners. Palatine High School, Kim Camus, Lori Ursum, Kate McMillan, and a blazing anchor leg by, there she is, Allison Weimer. Oh my, my. Boy, did she had the jets on for that.
And we see her, do we see her one more time?
Yeah, we're going to see her on the 400. Art Edstrom, you see the back of Art there. Deerfield High School, president of the Illinois Swimming Association, presenting the medals to the first place finishers in the 200-yard freestyle relay. Let's take a look at the final numbers as you see them all. Good job. Winning time, 1:37.77, 7/10 off the state record. Naperville Central second, St. Charles third, Lyons High School fourth, Stagg fifth, and Oak Park River Forest disqualified. They did finish sixth, but disqualified apparently for leaving the blocks too early. Okay, now on to the next event, which will be the 100-yard backstroke. And again, we'll be seeing a defending state champion. First, though, the consolation heat. In lane 1, Amanda Smiley of Barrington. We've seen her before. Mandy Grant, a junior from Downers Grove North, in lane 2. Erica Kalasinski, a junior from Fenwick in Oak Park, lane 3. Fastest qualifiers again in the consolation. Erin Diddy, a senior from Stephen Decatur. Valerie Conte, a freshman from Fenton, in lane 5. Jill McElligott from Stagg, lane 6. The 100-yard backstroke. And you can see the differing starts that swimmers prefer. Up in lane 3 on the standing is Erica Kalasinski.
Take your mark.
Top of your picture in lane 2. There's Mandy Grant, Kalasinski lane 3. And down bottom, lane 6, McElligott of Palos Hill Stagg. Coming up to the 100-yard mark. Still very tight. Looks like coming up is lane 5, Valerie Conte of Bensonville, and she touches first.
She looks like she has a strong kick. Backstrokers are notorious for being very strong kickers. Their turnover is fast. They have to keep their head still. You can tell they have real high body position. Nice turns here. And then off the wall, stay underwater for about 5 yards or so.
Up on the top, as you pan a little bit to the left, lane 1, Amanda Smiley of Barrington. Lane 5 is Conte. Who will it be? And looks like coming up the freshman. Yes, that's right. Valerie Conte of Fenton High in Bensonville.
Her best time.
Time of 59.75.
That was a pretty close race. 2/100ths of a second separated first and second.
Erin Diddy coming in second from Stephen Decatur, and McElligott from Stagg is third.
Here's the finish here. Got Conte down there in the black suit, but at the same time, Erin Diddle is coming up. And boom, looks like Diddle got in there first, did he? But the clock doesn't lie. Valerie Conte from Fenton near Bensonville.
And there are your places right there. The championship heat now coming up. Lindsay Walter from Springfield, lane 1. Natalie Larrick, lane 2 from Minsdale Central. Tracy Bollinger, defending champion from Dupo, lane 3. Betsy Nagel from Rosary, lane 4. Janice Reed, lane 5. Christine Keller from Urbana-U-High in lane 6. All right, the contestant to watch in lane 3 is Tracy Bollinger. Won this event a year ago, 4th in the 50 free a year ago, not in that this year.
Chose not to swim it this year, but she's in the backstroke to defend her championship from last year. She's off to a great start on that.
Bollinger, a junior leads the pack halfway home.
She's got great body position and a real strong kick as well. She doesn't look like she turns her arms over. She's much more efficient with her swimming though. Turns over on her stomach to do the turn, off the wall. She comes off the wall with one hand. Most of the girls come off with two hands.
Bollinger has got it in control. The race for second place. It looks like lane 4 and lane 5. Nagel and Reed. And it is lane 4 for second. Betsy Nagel from Rosary. Tracy Bollinger once again. The junior from Dupo downstate. There she is, her second straight first place finish in the 100-yard backstroke. She led it from start to finish, Bruce.
Yeah, and she has a great finish here. You can see she's real high in the water. Shoulders are almost out of the water. As her one shoulder goes in, the other one comes out. Her head's straight, palms face the outside. Beautiful finish. And that's what those backstroke pennants are for. That's what the pennants are for, so the backstrokers can see the wall and avoid crashing their head.
57.58 the time. And Tracy Bollinger is your next winner. And coming up, the breaststroke. As the girls swim championships continue from Evanston High School, Bruce Woodbury, we actually had a junior win a race here. It's been pretty much of a sophomore story.
It's incredible. The sophomores are dominating, almost like the freshmen did last year.
Well, they were one and the same folks, with one major exception, she being Lindsay Farella. And Allison Weimer has certainly made up for it. And here, Tracy Bollinger, another outstanding swimmer from Dupo, won her event as a sophomore last year, and she wins again as a junior in 1994.
Tracy looks happy.
Well, as well she should be. Let's take a look at the finishing times. 57.58 in the backstroke. Betsy Nagel from Rosary second. Janie Reed from Champaign Central third. Fourth, Christine Keller from University High in Urbana. Natalie Lara from Hinsdale Central fifth. And Lindsay Walter from Springfield was sixth. Now on to the breaststroke. Again, the consolation heat here at 100 yards. Lane 1, Christine Cote from Bremen in Midlothian. Pam Rakansky from Lake Forest, lane 2. Izumi Hoyne from Hershey, lane 3. Kate McMillan from Palatine, lane 4. Darcy Thorstensen from Glen Ellen, Glen Bart South, lane 5. And Heidi Borden from Monmouth in lane 6.
Take your mark.
Izumi Hoyne, a senior, had the top qualifying time again in the consolation. She is in lane 3. In the middle of your picture, lane 4 in the white cap, Kate McMillan from Palatine, a veteran swimmer. And it is Hoyne who touches first at 25 yards.
You can see the differences in the styles. Some of the girls come way up high, and they're relying on their leg kick, and the other ones that don't come up quite as high are the ones that are relying more on their arm stroke.
There you see Rakansky, Pam Rakansky in lane 2.
Lane 5 looks good. Yeah, lane 5 looks like she's ahead.
Thorstensen, a senior from Glen Bart South in lane 5. In the blue cap down there at the bottom of your picture, you cannot see lane 6. There you can. Coming to the final 25 yards. 4 across, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Tough to split them.
Darcy Thorstensen is trying to hold them off, but watch out for Pam from Lake Forest, lane 2.
Rakansky, lane 2. And it is Pam Rakansky, lane 2 from Lake Forest. Lane 3, Izumi Hoyne from Hershey takes second. Third place, Darcy Thorstensen, the senior from Glen Ellen. In fourth place, Kate McMillan. Lane 4, Palatine. Fifth was Heidi Borden, and sixth, Christine Code. Now,
and here's the finish here. You can see Pam Rakansky at the top. in the yellow cap, she's starting to pull away a little bit, but it's hard to separate them. It's hard to tell at that point, especially in breaststroke, who's going to win, because so much of it depends on the stretch of the arms at the very end.
All right, let's go to the championship heat right here. Lane 1, Carolyn Grievers from Warren High School in Gurnee. Lane 2, Tawny Lawn finished 8th a year ago in this event from West Chicago Community. Brittany Klein from Crystal Lake Central is the favorite. Top qualifying time. Misty Lorick from Aurora Rosary, lane 4. Amanda Chan from Homewood Flossmoor, lane 5. Emily Van Walligan from Urbana, lane 6.
Well, we're going to have a new winner here because this event's been dominated by Jenny Grable the last 4 years.
Grable from New Trier had won it every year from freshman on. But even she has to graduate.
Yep.
Coming up lane 2, looks like Tawny Larm. And now lane 3, Brittany Klein. Halfway at 50 yards. It is Brittany Klein.
Crystal Lake. I think she was runner-up last year.
Brittany Klein in lane 3. There she is, third from the top.
Brittany has a fast turnover. We'll see how this last turn is and see if she can get off the wall. They're allowed 1 stroke underwater.
Tawny Larm in lane 2. Brittany Klein in lane 3. Brittany Klein trying to hold on here. Larm putting on a charge now. This is going to be very, very close. Looks like Larm has got it, and she does.
It is Larm. There's a happy young lady. Nice swim.
Tawny Larm, West Chicago Community, finished 8th in this event a year ago. Brittany Klein has finished 6th and 4th the last 2 years. And Misty Lorick from Rosary coming up to take 3rd, and it's done here in the last 10 yards, Bruce.
Yeah, it is done here in the last 10 yards. Tawny Larm is just pulling really hard, and again, she's going to have these nice stretch at the end, while Brittany is pulling back. Tough break for Brittany, but Tawny Larm, nice job. Another junior, Mike.
Yeah. What's happening here? Well off the state record by about 3 seconds. But Tawny Larm is the state breaststroke champion. More coming up. Well, there's Brittany Klein, who's got to be a little disappointed, but a wonderful performance to take 2nd place after having the best qualifying time. Brittany from Crystal Lake Central. Nice end to her high school career. And she will be back next year. Our winner will be Tawny Larm from West Chicago Community with a winning time of 1:06 and 13/100. Coming up to take the race in the final quarter of a lap.
There's a happy young woman.
Yeah, should be. Taking a look at the finals, again, Tawny Larm in 1st place. Brittany Klein finishes 2nd. Misty Lorick 3rd from Rosary, and she has had a wonderful career here. Amanda Chan, a freshman from Homewood Flossmoor, is 4th. Emily Van Walligan from Urbana 5th. And Carolyn Grievers from Warren High School in Gurnee finishes 6th. Well, we have a minute. We really want to thank all the folks who have helped us here at Evanston High School. Shirley Nanini, Willie May, the co-athletic directors, Diane Barry, the aquatics director here, and of course Tim Richardson and Jim Blickenstaff, the swimming and diving coaches, and our good buddy Charles McCarthy, our referee, and starter Mindy Kunos. Now let's get set for the final event, the 400-yard freestyle relay consolation round coming up. Lane 1, Urbana High. Lane 2, Lake Forest. Lane 3 will be Rosary. Lane 4, Barrington. Lane 5, Bloomington. And lane 6, Bennett Academy of Lisle. For Rosary, we will be seeing Lauren Silva in the anchor lap one more time. Although she can't score that many points, as we told you. Best they can do is a 7th place finish. A lot of competition coming up in the championship heat to see if, among other things, Allison Weimer can win 4 medals for Peloton. That was Pamela Rakonski. You just saw her a bit ago in Lake Forest. From Rosary, that is Amber Orrit, part of that outstanding relay package that Rosary has. And we are set to go here. 4 100-yard heats.
Take your mark.
Off the start and off they go. 6 across as they head for the first turn. Look like lane 2, Lake Forest making the turn first.
They got off to a real fast start last night.
At 50 yards, Barrington. That's Sarah Mutz out ahead. Mutz of Barrington in the red cap there in lane 4.
Lane 2, Lake Forest again.
Lane 2 and lane 4 with lane 3 third. Now lane 2, Lake Forest. Rakonski is challenging for the lead, but Mutz putting on a spurt as we come to the first exchange. Second swimmer's in for Barrington.
Barrington got a great start there on the exchange. Timed it perfectly, it looked to me.
Chris Wittenschlager there for Barrington. And she has the lead. Lane 2, Lake Forest. Karen Rakonski. And Barrington continues to build the lead. Extending the lead now is Barrington. Final 25 yards of the second swimmer.
Aurora still has Betsy Nagel and Lauren Silva coming up. So I hope, and I'm sure Barrington knows that, they're not going to rest up.
Kara Conrad for Barrington in the water now. Right behind her, lane 3.
Betsy Nagel.
Betsy Nagel, and there is Betsy. See if she can come on here. Barrington in lane 4, the red cap holding on. Aurora pulling up now and pulling a bit ahead. Look at Nagel, come on.
Well, that's a lot of pressure on Karen Conrad.
And the Rosary touches first. 50 yards to go for these swimmers. And now Rosary pulling out to half a body length lead. Nagel has just come up and gone. Remember, Lauren Silva will anchor this relay for Rosary. And now a body length for the beads. Amanda Smiley will be on the anchor leg for Barrington. Amanda has done well in individual events today, but Lauren Silva has almost got a third of a pool length, and nobody's going to touch her. Again, this is for 7th place in the consolation. Coming on quickly is Amanda Smiley, but Silva will finish this off for Rosary. And
2 more lengths.
Here it comes.
She's still kicking hard after a long day of swimming. Lauren Silva has still got some energy. Opportunity to do one last swim for the team.
3 medals today for Lauren Silva, and she's going to finish off here and win the consolation for her team in the 4x100. Here comes Silva, here comes Rosary, ring it up. 3:36.96.
Yeah, if they'd done that last time, they would have been in the finals.
I'm sorry, Bruce Barrington finishes 2nd. Bloomington High School is 3rd. Lake Forest takes 4th. Urbana 5th. And Bennett Academy takes 6th. All right, now to the championship heat. And this again, although unofficially, St. Charles basically just has to not be disqualified to win the team championship. Here's the lineup. Hinsdale Central. This team has won this event the last 4 years, of course, with different swimmers. They are in lane 1. Naperville Central, which finished second to Hinsdale Central a year ago in lane 2. Lyons LaGrange in lane 3. They are the fastest qualifiers. St. Charles, second fastest in lane 4. Palatine with Allison Weimer again looking for that 4th medal in lane 5. And in lane 6, Oak Park River Forest. Naperville Central in lane 2 will start with Jessica Nippenberg, an outstanding swimmer. St. Charles will have Amy Munns. So we've got some pretty good talent here. Kim Camus for Palatine. We saw her a couple of relays ago.
St. Charles's first goal is to win the state meet now. They don't want to get disqualified. Their second goal is win this event. It's always nice to win the meet after winning this event. But I know Palatine and Lyons don't want that to happen.
Take your mark.
And off they go, a clean start. Again, top qualifier is Lyons. They're in lane 3, but out fast is St. Charles in lane 4. In lane 4, St. Charles holds a short lead as they come to 50 yards. Second is Naperville Central.
St. Charles off to a great start.
Amy Munns.
Amy's had a great meet all along. Doing well in the butterfly, leading off the relay here.
The junior holding on to the lead as they come to the first exchange. Lori Zaguija will go in for St. Charles. There she goes. 54.03 the split. In second place, looks like Naperville Central.
Hinsdale's right in there too. Hinsdale with Angie, our second place swimmer there for them. Sandy Samples right in the middle there.
But look at Naperville Central go. Angie Bengston has taken over the lead for her team. Naperville Central at the top. There is St. Charles.
This is such an exciting race. Palatine's still in it because remember, they're finishing up with Allison Weimer, who's won 3 events already today.
And we know what kind of a buzzsaw she puts through this pool. And yet Naperville Central now holding on in second place. Sandy Sample for Lyons.
What a great race. The crowd is going nuts.
Now Sample is out the lead as she turns it over to Adrian Ben. Ben's already a winner today.
Kristen Hoover for St. Charles. She's going to start to catch up a little bit. And don't forget Hinsdale.
Palatine is still in it, and again, Allison Weimer is going to have that anchor leg. Take a look still, it's Naperville Central, neck and neck with Lyons.
Naperville Central just barely touched first.
Adrian Benz for Lyons in lane 3, a bit ahead now. Terry Wagoner for Naperville Central drops back a bit. St. Charles is running in 3rd, Palatine is 4th, and here they're going to come to the final 25 yards for the final exchange. In lane 3, Lyons and Adrian Benz has half the body length lead. See what Allison Weimer can do now. She's got a lot of ground to make up. Watch Weimer. She's at the bottom in lane 5. Can she do it? Lyons holding on in lane 3.
She's already caught one of them. She already caught St. Charles.
Look at Weimer. Weimer and St. Charles now tied for 3rd. Weimer moving ahead. They've got 50 yards to go. Ellen Stonebreaker for Naperville
Central. She's got
Central.
1 second to make up. She's got 50 yards to do it in.
Katie Polasek for Lyons in lane 3. Ellen Stonebreaker for Naperville Central in lane 2. Here
Naperville
we go.
Central, and here comes Weimer.
She's got to catch Naperville Central. She's got to catch Ellen. She's at the bottom. Ellen's at the top. What'll it be? Naperville Central.
Naperville Central. Steinbreaker. Stonebreaker.
Ellen Stonebreaker holding on. Allison Weimer coming up to take second for Palatine. And what a race. Lyons LaGrange coming in third, St. Charles fourth. Woo!
Ellen Stonebreaker, what a finish.
Look at Weimer. She's in the white cap at the bottom. Stonebreaker at the top, almost out of your picture, Bruce.
Yeah, and look at Stonebreaker holding off way at the top there, and she's got a nice strong kick. Sweet revenge. She got one on that. Amy, Allison, nice job. And is she happy?
There's Ellen Stonebreaker. She's already won the 200. And what a finish. Naperville Central, the winner in the final relay. We'll be back. Well, a lot of happy folks from Palatine coming on to a big finish. Couldn't quite get first. They did a great job to come from fourth to second, especially with Allison Weimer. She's at the top left there, swimming that fabulous anchor leg.
That should help them in the team totals, too.
And here come the 400-yard freestyle relay champions for 19 and 94. John Carlson's gang from Naperville Central will be entering the arena shortly. Meanwhile,
they're there.
Carol Bobo is putting on their medals. And Carol, of course, the coach of Hinsdale Central, whose team had won the last 4 state championships. Slipped some this year.
They did have a good meet, though.
Yeah. And there's the team from Naperville Central, and we'll run down the final totals for you. Finishing first in the 400-yard freestyle relay, the time 3:33 and 66/100. Palatine again with the fast finish to take second. Lyons LaGrange third. St. Charles fourth. Hinsdale Central fifth. And Oak Park River Forest comes in sixth. And it's quite an afternoon for St. Charles. The Saints have done it. For the first time in their girls swimming competition, they have taken the state team championship. And there are the Saints. Now we're going to show you a trophy. And boy, they are happy.
Well, you worked so hard for this. Jennifer Heyer, their coach, has been working 4 years. She's only been there 4 years. She's been working with these girls for 4 years. And Amy Muntz, captain, they have a lot to be proud of. They've accomplished a lot. There's Ola Bundy.
Ola Bundy, the Illinois High School Association Assistant Athletic Director, or Assistant Director, we should say. And there is the trophy to St. Charles. 8 trophies on the boys' side. This is the first one on the girls' side. Finishing second was Naperville Central, Bruce, and that was on the strength. Oh, boy. We'll tell you about that in a minute. And there it is, the mandatory dip. They make those trophies waterproof. We know that.
No, they don't. I can tell you they don't. I've got pieces still floating in a pool.
Never argue.